everybody, in this video we're going to talk about 5 fingerstyle guitar songs you must know. Now must is a very strong word, but I really believe these songs will help you to improve your technique and develop a good repertoire and kind of learn about where this style comes from, because it stems back to the days of blues and folk music. So the first song we're going to look at is Freight Train, which is written by Elizabeth Cotten, arranged for guitar by Chet Atkins. Now this song is a great one to learn because it has a very specific series of notes. You know, in some fingerstyle guitar styles, especially the more folk influenced ones, it's kind of more based around rolling patterns, which are nice as well. But if we're learning an exact series of notes, a melody and a bass line played together, I think that's a really great way to develop the mechanics of the right hand and the left hand. So what's going on here is we're playing the melody on the high strings, and on the low strings we're playing an accompanying bass pattern that goes like this. And when you put those together you get and I have free tab available for this arrangement, so it's a good way to get started playing fingerstyle guitar. Check it out, it's linked below in the video description. You know, I meet people all the time who have experience playing rock and roll or blues guitar, and they've never really strapped on a thumb pick and played fingerstyle, and they really struggle with it because it takes a long time to develop the technique to play this style. I use a thumb pick, and the thumb pick I use is just a Dunlop medium. It's a very standard thumb pick. You know, you got to find the right one for your thumb. Some people like a bigger thumb pick, some people like a smaller thumb pick, and I don't use fingernails on my right hand, so I just use the pads of my fingers, and on a steel string guitar I can get a really nice sound. So that's the way I do it. So the second song I think is a song you must know, is Windy and Warm, which was written by John D. Loudermilk. It sounds like this. That's a great song. Good fun playing that. So this is a really good one to learn. You know, it's actually easier than it might sound. It's very repetitive. It's just based around this kind of bluesy groove. It's all just on A minor. Now what the thumb is doing is this bass pattern, which is kind of the foundation of blues and folk influenced fingerstyle guitar playing. Travis picking, you might call it. And so what I'm doing there is I'm going 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4 with the thumb, with a little bit of muting. And if you can do that, remember 5, 4, 6, 4 with pretty good feel, you're halfway there. Then we add a little bit of the melody, and you know, I say you just add a bit of the melody like it's real easy to do. It really takes taking the piece a couple notes at a time. See how that all all fits together. You take it just a really small bite-sized chunk at a time, and you just work on getting it all to connect. So Freight Train, Windy and Warm, those are great ones to learn. Another great classic song, I'm going to take the thumb pick off for this one, is Blackbird by the Beatles. Now, everyone's going to know this song, of course. Just a beautiful song, beautiful melody, and it's got some beautiful rolling patterns with the right hand. So we have this open G ringing out as we play some nice double stops there, walking up from G, C, C sharp diminished, D, E flat diminished, to E minor, and walking down. Anyway, most people will know a little bit of that song anyway, but it's just a great fingerstyle guitar classic tune that I think is really worth learning. So next up we have Doc's Guitar by Doc Watson, and it sounds like this. That song is much easier than it sounds. I love it when a song is easier than it sounds. So it sounds like there's a lot going on, but all it is just that same bass pattern, more or less, moving through the chords a little quicker than with the other two songs we've looked at, but it's just the bass doing that. And then the fingers add two notes. So the two notes are, so we have, and we just speed that up and roll through the chords. And I say that like it's nothing. I'm trying to move through the video, you know, to make good use of everyone's time. But basically, if you can do that, so it's 5, 3, 4, 2. And basically what I do with the fingers is, generally speaking, a starting place for me is having the index finger on the G string, middle finger on the B string, ring finger on the high E. Okay, so you walk through those chords. And that's the main theme, or the intro. Just a few pull-offs there with the pinky on top of the, you know, same chord shapes that you'll be familiar with, a C to an F played with the thumb playing that bass note. And that's really handy because we have these fingers free to do hammer-ons and play melodies up on the top strings, which is very difficult to do if we're barred up there. No one likes bar chords anyway, so this is a good way to play that F. So Doc's Guitar. And the final song that I think is really great one to learn is what they call the Thumb Pickers National Anthem. It's by Mel Travis. It's called Cannonball Rag, and it sounds like this. put a few bells and whistles in there that you wouldn't necessarily need to do when you learn the song for the first time. But it's a great tune. It's just a kind of a pretty simple chord progression going from E7 to A7 to D7 to G. A lot like Sweet Georgia Brown and a lot of songs, from that era. This song was, first recorded by Mel Travis in the 60s. It was originally called Cannonball Stomp, but they changed it to Cannonball Rag. And of course, ragtime music has influenced fingerstyle guitar music a lot. I mean, Scott Joplin's arrangements are so phenomenal. So this is a great tune to learn because there's some really nice four-fingered rolls, kind of four-note rolls here. On the top four strings of the guitar, I should say. But there's some nice little rolls. And this main theme. Has a lot of character. Like I said, they call it the Thumb Pickers National Anthem, so I couldn't create this list without throwing it in there. So, people will say, how long would it take to learn this style? And it really does take a good long while. So if you've never played fingerstyle guitar before and you're just starting, if you know the basic chord shapes of the guitar, I think, just getting used to playing the thumb patterns is the place to start. Over all the chords, Then adding a string grab. A little roll. I recommend if you're a beginner guitar player, just playing for 30 minutes a day, you will make amazing progress. You'll be amazed with the progress you make if you just spend 30 minutes a day practicing. And if you're an intermediate or an advanced player, putting aside an hour a day is absolutely wonderful. All the science says that deliberate practice is really the key to making progress on the instrument. I'm always trying to remind myself of that, trying to be really intentional with the way I play and the way I practice. I'm usually working with a metronome and trying to get my time to be good and my dynamics to be good, and trying to just really repeatedly play a new song or a new arrangement so that the muscle memory in the hands remembers the song, so we don't need to think about it when we're performing and we can just have fun and sing the melody in our head as we're playing. But it's a fantastic style to learn. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fingerstyle guitar songs to play are, and what the best songs that you've learned, and the songs that have helped you playing the most. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to learn that. And if you want to learn more about the way I approach fingerstyle guitar, I have a few places where I teach you how to play all these songs and a lot of other songs. My Guitar Synergy channel is the first place I direct you. There are tutorials to all of these songs with tab. And as I said, there's a link to free tab below for Freight Train. But if you want to learn the other songs with a step-by-step process, check out my Guitar Synergy channel. I also teach these songs in my fingerstyle guitar series that's on Udemy. So the series is called Complete Fingerstyle Guitar, and you can find a link to it below by going to joerobinson.com/courses. So that's where you'll find the link to those courses. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to ring the bell notification if you'd like to be the first to know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.